In this video presentation, we examine the ways in which the tobacco industry seduces their intended audience into using their products. We will do this through an analysis of the different imagery and advertisements used by the tobacco industry. In no other time in history has there been such a concentration of images and such a density of visual message. It is a constant in our daily lives, and as we know, the mind is never at rest. It is constantly analyzing, seeking significance, and interpreting. When perceiving an image, there is a desire in our mind to associate meaning with the image. In order to do so, there are tools which we use automatically. The mind is trained to detect culture codes and read for signified gendered, racial, or class-specific meanings to interpret an image. In order to interpret effectively, we use signifiers and signified meanings to create a sign. The signifier is the word or object we detect in an image. As for the signified, it is the meaning, intended, unintended, or suggested, which we associate with the object or image serving as a signifier. When combined, they form a sign, which the mind uses to interpret the whole image. In this example, a cigarette may become a sign for women's independence. The tobacco industry seizes this concept and has made the cigarette a signifier. However, there are multiple signified meanings. It is free-floating, combined with different contexts, thus different signified meanings. It has become a sign of many things. This industry has placed cigarettes with women that conform to a certain beauty prototype, thus making it a sign of attractiveness, with men of a certain physique and cultural context, thus a sign of masculine virility, with beauty prototypes in sex, where it has become one of desire, desirability, and even romance. Associated with other established signs such as the suit, and celebrities, which signify success and power. When seen with haute couture, money, aristocracy, and high-class elements, it is a sign of sophistication. Matched with the women's movement, one of independence and freedom. Associated with artists, one of creativity, expression, artistic genius, and the artist's way of life. All of these signs then make their way into popular culture and sell not only cigarettes, but the ideologies and lifestyles promoted behind them. The interpretation of the image depends on the context in which the image is being viewed. However, there are many different types of signs. One example is a symbolic sign. A symbolic sign has no physical resemblance to what it is signifying, but is associated with a meaning because of societal norms. This can be seen in one smoking ad in particular. This Camel ad depicts Army, Navy, and Marine troops praising Camel brand cigarettes in front of a backdrop that resembles an American flag. The slogan, "We want Camels," appears at the top of the backdrop. The backdrop and slogan are obvious references to Uncle Sam We Want You recruitment posters such as this one. The backdrop, like the American flag, is a symbolic sign because it bears no resemblance to America itself, but immediately conjures images of America in the viewer's mind because that's what societal norms have associated with the flag. The ad then attempts to attach cigarettes to the idea of patriotism in order to increase sales. Another type of sign that Charles Peirce created is the iconic sign. Unlike symbolic signs, iconic signs actually resemble the meaning they signify. Iconic signs can be seen in many smoking ads. In this case, we are going to look at the Marlboro Man ad campaign. These ads depict physically fit men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, usually cowboys, stoically smoking a cigarette on what is presumably the frontier of America. These ads use cowboys to signify the prevailing symbol of a man or what a man should be. The Marlboro Man is an iconic sign because it effectively replicates ideas of masculinity that are already in place in society. Ideas such as adventure, exploration, and action that are often associated with masculinity are also perfectly replicated in the depiction of the Marlboro Man as a cowboy. The ad would no doubt be less successful as an iconic sign if it depicted the Marlboro Man as an elderly, overweight, bank teller, or gas station attendant. Peirce also defined indexical signs as signs in which the signified and signifier have what Peirce called an existential or causal relationship. This means that both the signifier and the signified exist in the same location in the same time frame. Certain anti-smoking ads can be seen as indexical signs. One example is this ad, which shows a cigarette next to lungs infected with lung cancer. In this ad, the cigarette is directly contributing to the spread of cancer in the lungs. Thus, the signified and the signifiers exist in the same location and time frame. Another indexical sign can be found in this ad. The smoking from the cigarette is indexical to the cigarette itself, meaning that they too exist together. The smoke, however, is also forming the image of a gun, which is an iconic sign for the potentially fatal effects of smoking.